Shemai, good evening. We're going to install LNbits on a VPS. I'm going to use a Lunar node because we can pay in Bitcoin for our VPS. I just paid for like the cheapest option they had. I think the server's in Montreal, and I made sure that the template I used is Ubuntu 2004. Only took about a minute to set this up. You just click some buttons and then boom, you've got your VPS set up. So we're going to SSH into that now and install LNbits. Yep, we accept the fingerprint, so we trust that IP address. I'm going to paste in the password. Boom, we're in. Next, we're going to start installing LNbits. First, we're going to clone this repo. Okay, then we're going to cd into LNbits. Right. Now, before we can do this thing, we need to install virtual environment, which is sudo apt install python 3 hyphen what's it called again? Fenv. That's it, isn't it? Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to install that, and then we can just actually take all of those like that. So what it's going to do is set up a virtual environment, install our requirements from LNbits into our virtual environment, make a copy of .env.example, and save it locally on the virtual server. That's where our variables are for our funding source. Then it's going to build all the database files, so let's just put them all in at once. Boom, boom. We keep dependencies to an absolute minimum. LNbits is very light, and the dependencies we do have, we've vet ourselves. Feel free to go into requirements and have a look at the dependencies yourself. And yep, assets. Probably have to enter again. Yep. Now we've got all our ILS. There we are. We have all our database files all built. Brilliant. And we should have a .env in here, which I can't see, but it is there. Sudo nano .env. Okay, and this is where we put in some variables to connect it to our funding source. I'm actually going to connect it to LNpay first, because that's a nice solution for if you're developing and you just want to get up and running with LNbits, your own LNbits. It's nice and quick, you know. So we need some API keys from LNpay. What's great about LNpay as well is you don't need any credentials. What does suck is they've recently made it so you can only withdraw, you can only do 10k transactions max, which kind of limits this use case as well. I'm sure they did it for a good reason. Maybe it was a slot. Right, so I've copied my secret API key from developers, and I went to wallets and I copied my admin API key from the wallet itself. Control S, Control X. Then, what's next? Alright, running, yeah, that's it. We're connected to our funding source, we're installed. I think we're good to go. Yeah, there we are. LNbits was able to connect to LNpay wallet. If I connect to, so copy this IP address, and then 5000. There we are, we've got LNbits up and running. Fantastic. But it won't work properly unless we use a HTTPS, so we're going to hook up a domain, because it's not particularly hard. We're going to use something called Caddy, which will issue our SSL certificate. Control C out of that. And so Control Shift V, let's paste that in there. We've got to add the sources for Caddy first. So with Caddy we're able to do a reverse proxy to our LNbits server, and it will just monitor traffic, and any traffic from the URL we specify, it will try and issue a sudo apt update. It will try and issue an SSL certificate if it can, which is cool. So now we'll install it. Brilliant. sudo caddy stop, and then we're going to do sudo nano caddy file with a capital C, and we're going to say the domain I'm going to be using is called swapsats.com, but as this is a development environment, I'm going to do it on a subdomain of swapsats.com. So in fact, I need to add a record, and it's going to point to LNbits, and the host is this thing here. Paste and custom. Oh, got that the wrong way around, haven't I? Bits. Type LNbits, didn't I? LNbits, yeah. Right, cool. Save. So there's an A record, and then in our caddy file, here we go. We're going to say lnbits.swapsats.com. So if you just wanted to have this point to your server, you wouldn't put LNbits here. I think you put a star in there. I think you just put a star in there, or maybe not anything. In fact, let's just see. Let's put in an A record. I've forgotten, and we'll have it point to there. Oh no, look at that! It demands. Oh, it's the @ thing. Yeah. That squiggly thing. So that's what you would use if you were just getting it to point from, so when someone hits swapsats.com directly, then in your thing you wouldn't include this .lnbits thing, you would just have swapsats.com. But we're putting on a subdomain. Bracket, curly bracket, reverse. In fact, we won't do that first. Let's just get it up and running. And we're going to do a reverse proxy to our server, which lives at 0.0.0:5000. I'm going to Control S to save, Control X to exit. Now we're going to. Why am I getting emails from Sports Direct? Spam. I'm going to use screen to run. So basically, like, I want to run LNbits. So if I close this terminal, it won't close the process. So I've got to use screen for that. And okay. And then in screen I do Control A D to detach from screen, but it's still running in the background. And then I can do sudo caddy start, cross my fingers, blah 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 blah. Sweet. So now I think if I go to LNbits.swapsats.com, boom, there's my LNbits install. Nice. And Caddy has issued me with an SSL certificate as if by magic. So I shall create an invoice for 5 Satoshis, and then look for a wallet on my phone which has 5 Satoshis in it at least. I've got wallet Satoshi here with 11 Satoshis, so I'm stacking them sats. Okay, so I've paid it. Come on LNbits, register the payment, boom. Nice. Fantastic. So there we are, we've set up LNbits with LNpay, and we've got an SSL certificate and a URL. But we're not going to stop there, because LNpay is cool and everything, but we want to be, we want to have our own Lightning node instead of using somebody else's custodial service, don't we? So I'm going to clear all this crap. No, not exit, but one. CD out of that. FiatJaff has a fantastic plugin for Lightning D. So Lightning D is CLightning, and the plugin means that we don't need to use Bitcoin Core with it, which makes it a lot easier if you're running some sort of environment for a piece of software on a VPS. Because trying to run Bitcoin Core on a VPS sucks. So instead of using Bitcoin Core for validating our on-chain transactions, we can use blockchain.info, mempool space, and all these other sources together, which is great. So I'm going to install that now. So sudo Control-Shift-V. Yep, I want to add that source. And then we're going to sudo apt update. And then I'm having to do sudo here. He hasn't put sudo there, so make sure you do that as well, or else it's going to fail. Apt install Lightning D. Yeah. Right. Now, before we run our Lightning D, because we haven't got Bitcoin Core running, so it's not going to be able to find a Bitcoin Core, we're going to make a directory for plugins. We're going to do this thing here. I'm not entirely sure what it does, but it does something, so let's do it. We're going to cd into our plugin folder, and we're going to wget our plugin, our Trusted Coin plugin, okay, and then we're going to chmod. So if I ls it now, okay, we've got our plugin which we downloaded, and if I if I cmod it, it'll make it executable. So if I ls, now it goes green, which means it's executable. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to also install another one of VHF's plugins called Sparko. So CLightning is Lightning D, sorry, is like a terminal-based Lightning node, which is cool and everything, but I want to be able to access it when I'm out and about, set up channels through a GUI, because, you know, I do like a GUI. So we're going to install the Sparko plugin as well, because that will do that for us. I'm going to go to releases here, latest releases. And while this is important, we go to Sparko Linux AMD64.compat. Okay, I'm just going to right click, copy link address, and then I'm going to go wget, paste that in there, so Control-Shift-V, it will go get that one, and then I'll do that chmod thing for Sparko. You can press tab and it'll fill that bit in for you, Sparko. Okay, so now we should have two plugins running on CLightning. Lightning D. I'm going to cd out of that. I'm going to make a new screen. Okay, cool. And then what am I going to do? Alright, then I'm going to run. I think I'm going to run Lightning D, am I? Let's have a look. Where are we up to? We're up to here. Yep. So I'm going to run Lightning D. Cross my fingers. And yeah, it's working. So what Trusted Coin is doing is it's going and getting the just the block headers from these different sources. Okay, instead of from block Bitcoin Core, I can Control-A-D to detach from that. If I do screen /ls, I can list all the different screens. So there's my LNbits, which is running, my LNbits server, and then there's my CLightning, which is running. Now, we're running CLightning, we're running Sparko, which means that Spark, the GUI thing, is running. So what we need to do is cd LNbits, and then, oh yeah, sudo nano caddy file. We need to adapt our caddy file a little bit. We've got our reverse proxy thing here. Okay, I think I need to indent this. Let me indent it anyway, just in case. And I think that's it. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save that and then Control-X out, and then I'm going to sudo caddy stop. Stop. Error. Ooh, don't like that. And sudo caddy start. Don't know if that's worked. LNbits.swapsats.com. Yeah, cool. So that's still working. There we are. So basically, I want to have. Okay, that worked. That's good. Sudo nano caddy file. I wanted to see, the problem with caddy is it keeps printing out this thing in terminal. So let me go out of that and go back in. So I haven't got that at the top. I want to have multiple routes. So another route I'm going to have is for CLightning, and I'll call it Spark. That's what we're using. Swapsats.com. Curly bracket, and then instead of a reverse proxy, oh no, there is a reverse proxy. Reverse proxy to SwapSats. Now to Spark. Spark, you can't issue it a SSL, so I'm going to HTTP 0.0.0.0, and it's 9737, I think. We'll soon find out. 9737. Save. I'm going to cross my fingers. I don't think this is going to work. Oh, well, here's a good reason why it's not going to work. I haven't actually set up the route, have I, in my host. So where are we? We've got LNbits. Just set up an A record. Same IP address, of course. And then Spark. I'll tell you what, I don't really know what this TTL thing does, to be honest, but there we are. I always put it as 600. Okay, Control S, Control X, and then sudo caddy stop. Okay, sudo caddy start. Oh, we've got an error. Oh, reverse a proxy. You lot probably saw that. Good stuff. Okay. Save. Exit. Start. Okay. I'm on the edge of my seat here. I just don't believe it's going to work. I've never done it all in one sitting before. Is LNbits still running? Yes, it is. Right. So does that mean I can Spark dot swapsats.com? 404 page not found. And that's cool. That means it's kind of working, but it's not really working. It's kind of working. I think I need to set some credentials in order to be able to log in to Spark. I'm going to pause the video, do some homework quickly. Right, I think I've got it. I think I know what I'm doing. I think. Let's see. So we need to add some credentials to the config of Lightning D for Spark. So I'm going to cd little horizontal squiggler / lightning menls. Okay, we've got a config file in there, you see that? So we're going to sudo fact, cd, no, what am I doing? Sudo nano config. Alright, cool. Now I think we can get rid of that maybe? Let's have a little look. Yes, now we need to keep that. And these are the details we need to add to our config. So the Spark Wallet thing can connect. And I put in, so this is your username for logging into to your Spark Wallet thing for managing your node. This is your username, and this is your password, and then there's your key. You obviously use a stronger password than that, and it's 9737. Okay, Control S, Control X, CD out of that. Now what am I doing? I think I've got to restart. Yeah, so I've got a screen /R, no, /ls, and then screen 34426. Is that it? /R, reconnect. Wrong one. Control A, D, the other one then. 5, press tab to get it to do that for me. Alright, I'm going to Control C. I think I can do that without breaking. And then I'm going to run Lightning D again. And it should pick up from where I last left it. I think I should search for the Lightning D shutdown gracefully command. Right, Control AD. So that's still running. So now, let's see. Oh, it might be because it's HTTPS. Oh, cool. Oh no, what did I call it? Swap sats. Okay, swap sats, and the password is swap sats 111. And I'm in. This is connected to my Bitcoin node. Ooh, there's a. Oh, there we go. You got to click around here. It's really goofy. I think it's in Chromium. It doesn't show. There's supposed to be a little. Yeah, okay. There's supposed to be a little wrench thingy there to get up this console thing, but yeah, it's not there. So we can change the way it looks, and then you can access this on your phone while you're out and about. If you go to console, we can run commands in there for Lightning D, such as connecting to channels and things, and funding channels. And then we can also check logs as well, so it's a pretty useful thing to have. Let's put that little wrench thing back on. Where is it? Lost it again. There he is. Oh, there he is. Right, so that's working. It's connected to our node. LNbits isn't connected to our node, however, is it? So let's get on that. So it was that screen, wasn't it? Let's connect back to that screen. Where is he? Yeah, that one. Right, okay, Control C. Oh man. Rats. Control A, Control AD, and then CD. Let's go back to that Lightning folder. LS. I think it's the Bitcoin one. So CD, Bitcoin, and then LS. Yes, that's what we want, the Lightning RPC thing. Right, okay. So we do pwd, and that'll tell us the directory. So it's home Ubuntu Lightning Bitcoin, home Ubuntu Lightning Bitcoin. CD out of that. CD LNbits, sudo nano .env. And we're going to replace this LNpay wallet custodial nonsense with our very own CLightning wallet. Okay, and the RPC here, home Bob Lightning Bitcoin. Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? It's just you just need to change this Bob bit to Ubuntu. Ubuntu. Save. Control S. Control X. And then I'm not in the back in here. Run that again. Oh, I've got to install CLightning. Alright, fair enough. And I think for CLightning it is just, yeah, we just want to install it in our virtual environment. CLightning. There we are, done. Alright, cool. LNbits running. So we have Spark wallet running at spark.swapsats and then at LNbits.swapsats. Here we are. We've got LNbits running. If I refresh that, don't break. Yay. Can I create an invoice? That's the question. Obviously I won't be able to pay this invoice, but because I've got no channels or anything, yes I can, and that's coming straight from my CLightning node. Brilliant. So now we have a VPS with CLightning on and LNbits running, you know, let's disconnect from this thing, Control AD, Caddy's running, CLightning's running, our Spark thing's running, so we can like have to type in like lightning d connect channel. There we go. Find some article. What is this? Oh, right, okay, nice picture. Blah de blah de blah. Let me find the command for. Oh, here we are. Lightning client, new address. Creating an address to fund an open channel. Oh, wrong one. Console. Does that work? Or do I just like do new address? Ah, cool. There we are. So there's a new address for me to fund my node with some on-chain funds, and then once I've done that, I can, so basically everything in here, just use the bear command, get rid of this Lightning client bit, and then you can fund a channel. You can connect to channels, and then they'll all be listed in Spark here, and you can access it from outside. So that is it. We managed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again. Cheers. Bye bye.